Hello, my friend. Welcome to this podcast on the Daily English Podcast channel.
Yes, welcome. We are so glad you were here with us.
So, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you are 7 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay. 7 years old.
Yeah. You are sitting in your bedroom. You are wearing a, plastic space helmet.
Like a toy astronaut helmet.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you are staring up at a giant poster of the moon on your wall. And you are just completely, 100% certain that you are going to be an astronaut.
Right. There is just zero doubt in your mind.
No doubt at all. So what happens to that kid? Welcome to today's deep dive. Today, we are exploring a really beautiful but sometimes very complicated journey.
It really is complicated. It is a journey that, every single one of us takes.
Yeah, we are looking at the path from having those wild, pure childhood dreams to, dealing with the real practical life of being an adult.
We really start with these massive ideas about what our lives will be, and then somewhere along the way, things change.
They change a lot.
They do. So in this deep dive, we are going to explore not just what happens to those childhood dreams over time, but why we let them go.
And more importantly, how we can safely get them back, right?
Exactly. How to safely take the plunge to get those dreams back without, ruining the lives we have built.
Okay, let's unpack this, because we really have to start at the very beginning. We have to think about the absolute magic of childhood dreams.
Oh, the magic is so real.
It is, because when we are young, our dreams are just pure. They're completely unpractical. And honestly, that is what makes them so great.
Right, because as kids, we do not think about money. We do not think about rules or what is realistic.
Not at all. Kids just know what they love. I mean, some kids want to be a princess. Some want to be a rock star.
Or a famous writer. And, some kids, when you ask them what they want to be, they just say, I want to be happy.
Oh, wow. I love that. I want to be happy.
It is actually the most profound answer of all, right? Just to be happy. It shows how simple the goal really is before life gets complicated.
Exactly. So let us look at a very specific, very common dream. The dream of being an astronaut.
Ah, yes. Space.
Right. Imagine the feeling. Your bedroom walls are completely covered in posters of the stars, the planets, and giant NASA rockets.
You probably go to your local library, too.
Oh, definitely. You check out every single book they have about space. You look up at the night sky, and you do not just see lights. You see your future office.
You just know you're going to space. The feeling is so real.
It is.
The dream is entirely alive in that room. For a child, there is no distance between wanting something and believing it will happen.
It is a beautiful kind of certainty.
Yeah.
And here's another great example. The dream of being a veterinarian, an animal doctor.
Oh, I think so many of us had that dream.
Right. You are a child, and you are completely obsessed with animals. You love dogs, cats, birds, just everything.
You probably have a little plastic toy doctor kit.
Yes. And you use this plastic stethoscope to check the heartbeat of your family dog.
Mm-hmm.
Let us say your dog's name is Biscuit.
Good old Biscuit.
Yeah, good old Biscuit just sits there very patiently while you play doctor. You feel like a real professional.
Well, Biscuit is a hero for sitting through that, but, it shows that natural desire to care for things.
It really does. But then, we grow up, and this is the big question. Why do these specific dreams fade away?
It is a tough question.
We all have them, but then we turn 25 or 30, and we are working in an office or a store. Why do these dreams disappear?
Right, where do they go?
Is it just that our interests naturally change? I mean, do we just get bored of the moon and bored of animals? Or does something else stop us?
Well, there is a very funny but very true answer in our sources about the astronaut dream.
Oh. What is it?
Why didn't you go to space? Well, math happened.
Math happened. Oh my gosh, that is so true.
Yes, it is such a perfect way to explain it because, to go to space, you have to be very, very good at advanced math.
And math is hard.
It is very hard. But if we look deeper, it is not just about math. It is about a fundamental change in how we live.
How so?
Well, when we are kids, we have total freedom. We have no bills to pay. We have no adult responsibilities.
Right. Zero stress.
Exactly. We just have the people we love and the moments we are living in right now. The world feels completely open. But eventually, reality hits.
And reality hits hard. But what does that really mean? Is it just that we realize things are difficult?
It is more than that. When we say math gets in the way, we are really talking about something much bigger and much heavier.
Okay. Like what?
We are talking about practicality. Practicality means doing what is sensible, what is normal, and what is safe in the real adult world.
Ah. Okay.
And eventually, practicality gets in the way of our passion.
You know, thinking about this shift from passion to practicality, it feels like a meeting.
A meeting? How do you mean?
Imagine your life, your brain, is a really fun, creative meeting. You are planning to go to Mars, and suddenly an uninvited, very serious manager walks into the room.
Oh.
Yeah, he is wearing a gray suit. You did not invite him. But he walks in, he sits down at the head of the table, and he just takes over the meeting of your life.
That is a brilliant image. The serious manager of adulthood. He probably has a briefcase full of rules.
Exactly. And this manager brings all the harsh realities of adulting. He opens his briefcase and says, okay, forget Mars. We have a list of things you must do today.
Right, like you have to pay the electricity bill.
Yes. You have to make a dentist appointment because your tooth hurts. You have to do your taxes. You have to buy groceries so you do not starve.
It is exhausting.
It really is. Suddenly, the idea of a wild adventure seems impossible. Having a safe, predictable life starts looking very, very attractive. You are tired, and you just want things to be easy.
That is exactly the feeling. Predictability is very comforting when you are tired. But here's the secret, and this is a crucial point to understand. The dream does not actually die.
Wait, really? It feels like it dies?
No, the child who wanted to go to space is still inside you. The dream does not die. It just gets pushed into the background.
It gets hidden away.
Yes. Think of your true dream like a beautiful window in a room. The sun is shining bright through it. It gives you energy.
Okay, I am picturing a nice, bright window.
But as you grow up, you start collecting boxes. You get a heavy box of responsibilities at work. You get a box of exhaustion because you are not sleeping enough.
Oh, I have a lot of those boxes.
We all do. And you
Yeah.
get a huge box of other people's expectations, like what your parents want or what society expects.
Right.
And you start stacking these boxes in front of the window. You stack them higher and higher. Eventually, the window is completely covered up. You cannot see the light from the sun anymore.
You walk into the room every day, and you forget the window's even there. You just see a wall of boxes.
Exactly.
That is so sad. But it feels incredibly true.
What's fascinating here is how we justify building that wall of boxes. We confuse two very different things in our minds. We confuse wisdom and fear.
Wisdom and fear. Okay, wait. Isn't paying my bills and keeping a safe job a wise thing to do? How is that fear?
That is the trick. When we make safe choices, we almost always tell ourselves we are being wise. We think, I am being a smart, practical adult.
Yeah, that is what I tell myself.
But often, it is not wisdom guiding us. It is just fear. And the tricky thing about fear is that it sounds very, very wise.
Fear is a really good talker. It sounds like the manager in the gray suit.
Exactly. Fear comes to you with spreadsheets. Fear comes with a calendar. Fear has 12 highly organized, very logical reasons why today is a terrible time to take a risk.
12 reasons. Yeah, fear points to the calendar and says, you are too old.
Right. And fear points to the bank account and says, you do not have enough money. Fear tells you to wait. Fear tells you to stay safe in your little corner.
So, how do we know the difference? Because in the moment, choosing safety really feels like I am just being a responsible adult. How do I know if I am listening to real wisdom or if I am just listening to fear?
It is tough,
Yeah.
but the difference is in how it makes you feel over time. Wisdom feels steady. It feels calm and strong.
Okay. Steady and calm.
Right. It might ask you to be patient, but it does not make you feel trapped. But fear makes your life smaller. It makes your world shrink.
Wow.
Yeah, day by day, your choices get safer, your world gets smaller, and you feel more confined.
That makes perfect sense. It makes your life smaller. You know, thinking about this purely practical life where you just avoid doing anything scary, it feels a bit like wearing a pair of shoes that fit your feet perfectly.
Like they are the exact right size.
Yes, the exact right size. They look good,
Yeah.
but somehow they never, ever actually feel comfortable.
You can walk in them every single day. You can go to work in them, but at the end of the day, your feet always hurt a little bit.
Exactly. You live a functional life, but not a happy one. So if living a purely practical life feels like wearing uncomfortable shoes, the natural next question is this. Should we just throw the shoes away? Should we drop everything right now? Should I quit my job, sell my car, and go follow my heart today?
That is the big question, isn't it? It is the fantasy we all have when we are frustrated.
It is. I mean, follow your heart sounds so inspiring. You see it on posters, in movies, and all over the internet. Just take the leap.
But
But, well, I feel like my landlord also has opinions about me following my heart.
yes, your landlord has very strong opinions. And your landlord's opinions are very, very practical. He wants the rent money every single month.
So true. You cannot pay your rent with a beautiful childhood dream.
No, you cannot. You cannot buy groceries with passion.
Right. So taking a massive leap is actually really dangerous.
It can be. And this is where we have to talk about the real danger of taking a huge plunge just because you are tired. We have to talk about burnout.
Burnout. That is when you are completely exhausted from working too hard for too long in a life that does not fit you. Your
Yeah.
mind and your body just feel totally empty. You have nothing left to give.
Exactly. When you are suffering from burnout, your brain plays tricks on you. Because you are so exhausted, any dramatic change looks like a brilliant answer.
Any change at all.
Yes. You might think, I am going to quit my corporate job, sell my apartment, and move to a cabin in the forest.
Oh, that sounds amazing when you were that tired.
Yeah.
The forest has no emails. The forest has no manager in a gray suit.
Right. It sounds perfect.
It sounds perfect. I want to go to the forest right now.
But here's the warning. Running away from your life is not the same thing as building a better life.
Oh.
When you get to the forest, you still have to eat. You still have to survive. You just traded one set of stressful problems for a different set of stressful problems.
Running away is not building. Wow. That is a tough pill to swallow because, running away feels so much easier.
It does. But instead of running away, there is a much better concept to focus on. It is called restraint.
Restraint.
Yes. Restraint means holding back. It means
Right.
purposely not doing the crazy dramatic thing immediately.
But wait, if I tell people I am practicing restraint, they might think I am just scared. They might think it means I am weak or that I don't really believe in my dream.
People might think that, but they would be wrong. Restraint is not a weakness at all. It is actually a very mature kind of courage.
Mature courage.
Yes, it takes incredible bravery to be patient. Moving slowly is completely valid. Saving your money for a year before you make a change is valid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Learning a new skill quietly in your free time on the weekends is valid. Testing new things out slowly is a great idea. You do not need to have a dramatic resignation.
You do not need to shout, "I quit," in the middle of the office to prove that you are following your dream.
Exactly.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Let me play devil's advocate for a minute. I need to push back on this idea of moving slowly.
Please do. Let's hear it.
Okay, so if I practice restraint, if I move very slowly and I just keep saving money and I stay in my safe, boring job for 40 hours a week, and maybe I just read one book about my dream on a Sunday, isn't that just a convenient excuse to never actually take the leap? Aren't I just giving up on myself slowly? Isn't moving slowly just another word for failing?
That is a very fair question, and it is a trap a lot of people fall into. We must understand the crucial difference between taking small, careful steps and giving up entirely.
Okay, what is the difference?
They are not the same thing, even if they look similar from the outside. Moving slow is not failure. Being careful is not failure.
Okay, then what is failure?
What is dangerous, what is true failure, is deciding that the deeper part of you simply does not matter anymore.
Oh, I see.
Giving up is looking at that wall of boxes covering your window and saying, I guess I will just live in the dark forever. I don't care about the light anymore.
That is heartbreaking.
It is. But if you are moving slowly and planning and reading that one book on a Sunday, you still care about the light. You are actively figuring out how to move the boxes safely one by one without bringing the whole roof down on your head.
Ah, I see. So the slow steps are still steps forward. Even if it is just one box at a time, I am still moving toward the window.
Yes. And this idea of not giving up, of moving just one box, leads us directly to the core solution.
Which is,
The goal of this entire journey is not instant transformation. You do not have to change your entire life overnight. The real goal is simply staying loyal.
staying loyal. Let us unpack that word, loyalty. Usually when we use that word, we talk about being loyal to a best friend or being loyal to your family.
Right.
But here we are talking about being loyal to an idea, loyal to a dream.
Exactly. A dream does not always demand dramatic, loud action. It does not demand that you quit your job tomorrow. Sometimes a dream just needs loyalty.
Just loyalty.
Yes. It just needs a quiet, stubborn refusal to forget it completely. You just promise yourself that you will not forget who you want it to be.
I really love that. A quiet, stubborn refusal to forget.
Mm.
But let's be real. I am not going to be an astronaut. The math really did happen.
Yeah.
And I'm too old for NASA. So how can I be loyal to a dream that is actually impossible now.
That is the most beautiful part of this process. Our dreams do not have to stay exactly the same. They evolve as we age, they change shape.
They change shape.
Well, when we are children, our dreams are very literal. They're very big on the outside. You want the physical spacesuit. You want the real rocket ship.
Yeah, I wanted the helmet.
Right. But as we grow and experience life, the dream might become smaller on the outside, but it becomes much deeper on the inside.
Let's go back to our astronaut example. How does that dream evolve for an adult?
Instead of wanting to literally fly to space, maybe the real deeper dream is about what space represents.
Like what?
Maybe the true dream is about having peace, or having a feeling of absolute freedom, or having the creative space to think big thoughts and see the big picture.
Oh, wow.
You do not need a rocket ship to find freedom or creative space. You can build that into a normal adult life.
That is so true.
Yeah.
What about the child who wanted to be a veterinarian? They didn't go to medical school. How does their dream evolve?
The child who wanted to be a vet, who checked Biscuit's heartbeat, maybe they do not want to do actual animal surgery as an adult.
Probably not.
But the core of that dream is caring for living things. It is about a deep connection to nature and a desire to heal.
Right, that feeling of helping.
Exactly. As an adult, maybe they find that feeling by volunteering at an animal shelter on weekends. Maybe they build a beautiful, thriving garden. Maybe they find a job where they are helping people. The core feeling of the dream is still there.
The core feeling remains. That makes the whole process feel so much more possible. It's not about exactly what you do. It is about the feeling you are trying to capture.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we can finally see that dreams and practicality do not have to be enemies.
They do not have to fight.
No, they do not have to fight each other for control of your life. They just need to have a better relationship. They need to work together as partners.
So what does this all mean? Let us summarize the big takeaways for you, our listener. It means that stepping outside your comfort zone and bringing your dream back to life does not have to be a giant leap off a cliff.
Not at all.
It does not have to be terrifying.
Right.
It could just be one small, brave thing that you do today.
Just one small thing. One box moved away from the window.
Maybe it means reading an article about a new hobby you always wanted to try. Maybe it means taking a quiet 10-minute walk by yourself to just think about what you really love.
That is a great step.
Or maybe it means practicing your English today, right now, so you can connect with more people and open new doors for yourself. These are all small, brave, practical steps.
They're steps that let a little bit of light back into the room.
Exactly. Now, as we come to the end of our deep dive today, I want to speak directly to you, our listener. Take a moment today. Think back.
Yes, really think about it.
Think about your own childhood dream. What did you want to do? Who did you want to be before the world told you to be practical? And ask yourself, how can you stay loyal to what matters to you while still living responsibly in the real world? How can you keep that core feeling alive?
And I want to leave you with a final provocative thought, something to really mull over on your own after this deep dive is finished.
Ooh, okay.
We talked a lot about the practical world today. We talked about how the taxes, the planning, and the organizing feel like they block the dream. But what if they don't?
What do you mean?
What if the very things that make you a successful, practical adult today, your amazing ability to organize a schedule, your ability to plan for the future, your strength to endure the boring, hard stuff,
Yeah?
what if those are actually the exact tools you need to finally bring your childhood dream to life tomorrow? A child cannot build a real life, but a practical adult can.
Oh, wow. That changes everything. The manager in the gray suit isn't there to stop you. If you use him right, he is actually there to help you build the rocket ship.
Exactly.
That is an incredibly powerful way to look at it. Well, my friend, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We loved exploring this journey with you.
We really did.
Keep taking those small steps forward. Keep practicing your English. And please, take a close look at those perfectly fitting, uncomfortable shoes you might be wearing. And never, ever let go of your dreams. See you next time.